Christmas Comes But Once a Year is a really interesting animation that was released in 1936, directed by Dave Fleischer, with Seymour as the animation director. And to begin with, I'd read nothing about this. I watched it because it was a Fleischer cartoon, and I didn't know what to expect from it. And then when we were introduced to the character of Professor Grampy, I genuinely didn't know if he had the right intentions or if he was a really creepy character. I really wasn't sure if this was meant to be a positive film or not, but ultimately it is very, very sweet, and definitely one that, now I have more context for it, is quite thoroughly enjoyable. Although the sounds of the wailing children, I hated, to the point where I actively turned down the sound on my phone. I was watching it on my phone. I turned the sound down because it's really loud. Mae Questel provides the sounds for the orphans, and they screech, and I hate it. Aside from that, really thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a story about children in an orphanage who receive broken toys for Christmas, and they're obviously heartbroken, and they begin crying and screeching, and it's a nightmare. And this character, Professor Grampy, who's voiced by Jack Mercer, happens to walk past and notices that these children are distraught, and he decides to do something to change that and to give them a very Merry Christmas. And I thought that that was so sweet that this individual who has no connection to these children decides to go out of his way to change things and give them a Merry Christmas. And it's so wonderful. And he kind of embodies Santa Claus at one point. He is not Santa Claus, but he dresses up at one point and he does various other things that I'm not going to explain. I don't want to give any more away than I already have. It's just shy of about 10 minutes, and I think it's maybe a little bit longer than it needed to be. They could have cut out little bits here and there, but generally it flows well. The pacing is very good. Yes, we have to listen to the children crying for quite a long time, but it also gets to the point and introduces Professor Grampy quite quickly. And I really enjoyed it once I realised what the tone was meant to be, because it did start off quite questionable. Once I realised what was going on, I thought it was very sweet. It's beautifully animated. I hate listening to it because I hate the sound of the children. But aside from that, it's really moving, quite motivational, thought-provoking. Whether you're a fan of Fleischer or not, I'd say it's definitely worth checking out.